What's going on, family? We are officially on the journey to 1 million subscribers, and my team and I are giving away $30,000 to help you pay off your consumer debt. That's right. 3E3 community members will each get $10,000 to wipe out their consumer debt. Now, do you want in? It's simple. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my email list by going to AnthonyONeal.com and clicking on the Join the Community tab. That's 100% it. Check this out. At 940,000 subscribers, we're surprising one lucky person live on my show with the first $10,000, and we're going to give that person a financial makeover before paying off their debt. So, before we get to today's show, hit that subscribe button and let's hit it 1 million strong before my birthday, July 1st. All right? Love you all. Let's get to the show. From a very basic kindergartner level, what exactly is sales engineering? To someone who's watching this and never really heard about it before, how would you explain this to your first grade nephew or niece?
Yeah. So a sales engineer is exactly kind of what you said, is someone that takes complicated things and makes them easy to be understood. That's really the simplest job of a sales engineer. And so whether it's taking a CEO who is really good at running a business, he's not necessarily good at software programming.
Yeah.
But he needs this tool to help him manage his business. The sales engineer's job is to explain all the ins and outs of the tool in a way that's not overwhelming and technical. That's going to make him confused, but in a way where he can see the value in that tool and be able to make a buying decision, and even potentially show competitive tools and how yours is a better tool for his specific solution, or how yours is a better solution than the competitors. So it's simply put, and this can be across many sectors. It can be whether it's in actual tech sales, or it can be like Caterpillar, tractor trailers, any sort of field where you have a very complicated sort of product or solution that needs to be especially explained to C-suite type people who are very smart, intellectual, but they want that information short, fast, and just the most valuable things that make sense for them. How they can see and really, truly this too, they're masterful storytellers who can make the customer see themselves in that role, see themselves using the product, see themselves using the solution. So it's like that, explaining how the product works in story form.
Doesn't sound hard at all. It's very basic. There are people out there in the world who have a problem. As a sales engineer, it is my responsibility to provide them a solution that they understand, that they see value in, which I think is great because, heck, as a business owner, I have a problem and I'm always looking for solutions that are affordable, that brings value to my business. But that value and affordability should be able to help me make more money and make more impact and reach more people, specifically when it comes to my business. So I love that, because when I think about what you just said, Careerist, right, is the boot camp. But at the same time, would you say Careerist got you the basic knowledge, right, of the information that you needed to be a good executor of helping people understand the tool, but then you had to come on to the job, help this particular job, learn it, and then put that on top of what you learned at Careerist, because Careerist can't teach you every single tech company out there, but they can give you the basic information to get you into the door. And then once you get inside the door, you got to learn from there. What's going on, family? If you want financial freedom, you need time freedom. And both start with increasing your income. That's why I've partnered with my good friends over at Careerist to help you land your first high-paying job in tech in as little as, check this out, 6 months. Now, you don't need to let the word tech scare you. Please don't. This isn't about coding, all right? Careerist offers real opportunities in areas like quality assurance, tech sales, UX, UI design, and data analytics. No tech background or a 4-year bachelor degree even required. You'll get hands-on training from industry pros, real-world experience, career coaching, and even, check this out, an internship to help you stand out when you go to apply for jobs. And it's 100% remote. You can work from the comfort of your home. If you're ready to take control of your money, your schedule, and your future, I need you to head over to anthonyoneal.com/careerist. That's anthonyoneal.com/CAREERIST and start your journey to a better life today. How did you feel once you got your job? Did you feel prepared enough from the boot camp from Careerist to do your job at a good standard?
Yes, I'll say that
Awesome.
absolutely. So, and I'll say this too. I took the Careerist program because I wanted to look more credible. I already believed in myself that I could do the job. I knew that as a salesperson, I can sell, but it's hard to just come to a company and say, "Hey, let me sell your product." And so, if I had this certificate on my back, like I felt like I would look more credible. They would see me as someone who invested in myself and take me more seriously. So that was one of the reasons why I did it. But yes, they gave me a very, like, my dad is a computer programmer. And so ever from a young age, I've actually had experience or access to advanced computing. But I did like a Hello World applet at like, was I 12 or 13? And it was complicated. It was in Java. And if anyone knows, Java is like to do a Hello World applet versus Python. Python's like one line where Java's like a whole page, and it's just too much. And so it was for a little 13-year-old kid, it was too much for me. But now with vibe coding, it's very easy to get your programming done. But yeah, so it gave me a whole lot of a wider understanding of advanced computing with APIs and how different softwares integrate together. Because now, from the various jobs that I've worked for, that's one of the things you have to do. Because because of the background at web.com, I became a partner in a marketing agency. And so doing marketing automation, being able to set up things where, if I want thousands of people to follow through this thing, I don't want to have to do it every time. I just want to set it up one time so it can be done every time. And that's where automations and workflows really come. So when you're doing that, you're connecting different systems together, and you have to use APIs. And then sometimes with Shopify, you have to build custom apps and do all sorts of different little things. So getting that background with Careerist, I would have never been able to, I should say never. I should say I cut all the years of YouTube out, right? Where I would have to go through and studying. It was like a shortcut where it was weekly. They had classes, there was scheduled homework, there was assignments. Plus, I got to see quite a few of my friends have other jobs. Like I think there's UKG is a big sales engineering firm, and they hired a few of my classmates. And so it's cool to see that, it was real. It was at first when you're on the other end of it, you're like nervous and you're not sure, but yeah, it's real. It worked. I mean, for me at least it did. And but I also worked hard. So like you mentioned, how did it help me? While I was in the Careerist program, I was actively looking. I asked them, I'm like, are we allowed to like take roles and do stuff? And so I got my first little account executive gig, which is what ended up me becoming a partner with that agency in the end. And so that was something I did as like a side hustle on the side all this time through, which I got while I was in there. And then my job that I got, the first one was like a product development manager and kind of like an inbound closer for this publishing house. My hope was he wanted to retire. He wanted to give me the business, and it didn't work out like it planned. So I got another job in that same community as a sales and marketing coordinator for a med spa. And I was doing a whole bunch of automations for him with Go High Level, setting up a bunch of inbound people and Facebook ads. And my budget at the time was like $2,000. Go forward to where I come here to this job, and I've been looking into Shopify for a long time, but I never had a Shopify store that I could play with, except for the $3 you pay for the 1 month trials, Here, I asked him what's his budget. He told me his budget on Google Ads was $30,000 a month. I immediately knew if I'm going from 2,000 to 30, I can do better, right? I can take that budget and make it do more than what you're already doing. So now, 2025, my budget is $250,000. So
Wow.
this, so yeah, we did 5.5 last year, and so this year I was able to get 5%. Yeah, 5% of what we made last year as my budget for this year, which is $250,000. And so we're about 20,000 a month that we're spending. So it went from 30,000 on just Google to where I've diversified it to Facebook, Pinterest, and radio ads. I've Postpilot. We're doing a whole bunch of different types of campaigns, but because of that, we're able to make more money spending less on each channel. So everything is going really well. And like I said, I'm just looking forward to, we have product market fit. So it's just about finding more customers and who are looking for healthy foods and looking for easier simplicity of ordering and getting that sent to them.